Page 85, question 16. Neela and Sheila are partners of a partnership firm sharing profit and loss in capital proportion. I repeat, capitals of Neela is 1 lakh and Sheila is 50,000. So capital of 1 lakh and 50,000, if you cancel all the zeros, what will remain is 10 and 5. Both are divisible by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2 and 5 divided by 5 is 1. So what is the capital proportion? 2 is to 1. Any confusion in this? Yes, did you all understand this? Capital proportion 2 is to 1. Now from the following trial balance and adjustments, prepare final accounts of the firm. Look at the first adjustment. Closing stock is rupees 1,10,000 and having market value 20% more than the book value. So Arushi, what value we will take for closing stock?
So we will be taking the value of market value.
That is what amount?
10,000 plus
1,10,000.
1,10,000 plus 20% more.
Kanisha? Why? Yes. What is the prudence principle here? Closing stock is always taken at cost price or market price, whichever is less. You write this 100 times. Closing stock is always taken at cost price or market price, whichever is less. So underline more and write ignore. Okay, more always ignore, because we take closing stock at cost price or market price, whichever is less. Directly we will take 1,10,000. Did everyone of you understand this? Prince, what will be the effects? Closing stock 100 times. This much you think that itself gives you 100 times. Sure.
Trading account debit side and
100 times. Dhwani?
Trading account, credit side and current accounts.
Trading account, credit side and balance sheet, current asset. Common adjustment in all the questions. How you people are doing the homework? Copying it very nicely. Very good. Closing stock, 2 effects you don't know means you are copying the homework every day. Every question has closing stock. All the 3 of you write it 100 times. So now, yes, closing stock, one effect will come in trading account on credit side by closing stock 1,10,000, and second effect will come in balance sheet current assets closing stock 1,10,000. Is every one of you clear with this? Then, once again, what are the 2 effects of closing stock? One effect in trading account credit side and second effect in balance sheet current assets. And we always take closing stock at cost price or market price, whichever is less. Second, per annum 6% interest is payable on partners' capital. So, decide. Yes, so all of you put tick on Neela and Sheila's capital. First item, do you find 1,50,000? First of all, we will write that in partners capital credit side 1,416. By balance brought down. In Neela's column 1 lakh and in Sheila's column 50,000. Okay. Now interest on capital, first effect P&L appropriation debit side 2, interest on capital Neela. Now what is the rate of interest? 6%. This side what will be the amount?
6,000.
Yes, Neela 1 lakh into 6%, 6,000. And Sheila 50,000 into 6%, 3,000. Total 9,000. Is everyone clear with it? And opposite side in partners capital account 31,317. by interest on capital in Neela's column 6,000 and in Sheila's column 3,000. Anyone having any doubt in this? Okay, once again, what are the two effects of interest on capital? P&L appropriation on debit side and partner's capital on credit side. Amounts 1 lakh into 6%, 6,000, 50,000 into 6%, 3,000. Anyone who is not clear with it or still writing, raise your hand. Next adjustment. Interest on drawings recoverable from partners Neela 900 and Sheila 600. Sheetal by 6%. Third adjustment, read it loudly.
Interest on drawings recoverable from partners Neela rupees 900 and Sheila.
Amounts are directly given. Tell me the effects. Correct. So now, all of you put tick on the drawings in the beginning. Do you find 20,000 and 14,000 are the drawings debit balances? Put tick on that. That first will record in partners capital debit side. 31, 3, 17, 2 drawings. Neela's column 20,000. Sheila's column 14,000. Okay, now interest on drawings amounts are directly given 900 and 600. First effect in P&L appropriation credit side by interest on drawings. Neela 900, Sheila 600, total 1500. And opposite side in partners capital account debit side 31, 3, 17, 2 interest on drawings. Neela 900 and Sheila 600. Got it, everyone? Once again, what are the two effects of interest on drawings? First effect, P&L appropriation on credit side, and second effect, partners capital account on debit side. Amounts are directly given. Any doubts with this? Next, provide 5% bad debt reserve on debtors. We'll do it at the end. 6. Outstanding expenses at the end of accounting year are rent 300 and salary 950. So outstanding expenses. Kajal? What will we do in P&L account debit side? Correct. So now, first of all, outstanding we always have to add. So all of you put tick on rent and taxes. Do you find last fifth item 12,000? Put tick on that in administrative expenses. To rent and taxes. $12,000. Outstanding is always plus. So here we will add plus outstanding 300, outer column 12,300. Then same way we will add in salary also. Two items before that, do you find salary 23,000? All of you? Put tick on that also in administrative expenses to salary 23,000 plus outstanding 600, 950. Outstanding is 950. So outer column 23950. And second effect plus means same side. Left side we added, so balance sheet, same side, left side. Current liabilities. Outstanding rent 300 and salary 950. Okay, expense account debit means plus in expense, and two outstanding expense means current liability. Okay, once again, what are the two effects of outstanding expenses? First we add in rent and salary. Second effect, current liabilities. Are you all clear with this? Raise your hand who is still writing it. All have written both the effects. Now put your pens down. Provide depreciation 10% on machinery and 5% on furniture. Machinery 10%, underline and mark it, very important. All of you see in trial balance. How much is machinery? 36,500. How much is depreciation on machinery also given in trial balance? 3,500. The point arises, depreciation is already given in trial balance. Then how come they have asked you to provide 10% depreciation? Raise your hand, what will be done? Okay, main important thing is in trial balance already machinery is also there. Depreciation on machinery is also there. And they have asked in adjustment also. So, similar?
3,500 is already provided and remaining is 150, and so we will from machinery balance sheet we will minus 150 from 36,500 minus 150, and in profit and loss account to depreciation on machinery 3,500 plus 150.
Okay, so now, anyone else? Krupa, you are raising your hand. Same 150. Harshita,
So see,
Rudra.
you said something about machinery being in saving account, mostly being in profit and loss account due to some production expenses or something.
But there is no production expense. Factory items are not given. And I am asking the amount. So effects we'll discuss later. Hey,
500 outstanding.
how did you get that?
40,000 is total of both of them, and 10% 4,000. 3,500 is provided, 5,000 is outstanding.
Correct. So now dear blender, this is the actual concept I'll explain you, then we'll do with shortcut method. No outstanding will come, we'll do with shortcut method. And outstanding is never possible in depreciation. Outstanding is possible when you have to pay the money to someone. Depreciation is a non-cash expense. You don't pay to anyone. It is simply a downfall in the value of your asset. What is the actual concept? First of all, tell me one thing. Machine is given in trial balance. What is the amount? 36,500. Is that value after deducting depreciation or before deducting depreciation? Ayushi? Why after? In trial balance. Correct. It is after deducting depreciation because depreciation is given in trial balance. Depreciation is given in trial balance means depreciation 3,500 journal entry is already passed. From journal it goes into the ledger, from ledger it goes into the trial balance. So depreciation is given in trial balance means it is already 3,500 is already provided, and value of machinery 36,500 is already after deducting depreciation. Okay. So what would have been the value of machine before deducting depreciation? 40,000, 36,500 plus 3,500, 40,000. Now they say provide depreciation of 10% on machinery, means we have provided less depreciation. What is 40,000's 10%? 4,000. But what is the depreciation given here? 3,500, means we have provided 500 less. Now we have to provide additional depreciation of 500. Means 36,500 minus further you will provide additional depreciation of 500, so it will become 36,000. And in other expenses and losses 3,500 already given in trial balance. Plus you will provide additional depreciation of 500, so it will become 4,000. But we'll do it in a shortcut method. This actual concept is clear to you? Okay, they have provided the depreciation already in the books of accounts, but they have provided less depreciation. Okay, before providing depreciation, the value of machinery would have been 36,500 plus 3,500, 40,000. Now we have to provide 10% depreciation, so that comes to 4,000. But what they have provided in the books of accounts is only 3,500 less. Now shortcut method, what we will do is, can I say they have provided wrong depreciation? So first we cancel that. What do we do first? Cancel. That means don't cancel in your textbooks. Cancel means normally if you provide depreciation you minus it. So now cancel means you'll add it back. So asset side will cancel the depreciation and it will become 36,500 plus 3,540,000. Now whatever is the adjustments depreciation give normal two effects. What is 40,000's 10%? Outer column what will you get? Directly 36,000. And directly here you will show the expenses and losses. Depreciation as per adjustment, that is 4,000. So simple steps you will follow, shortcut method. Depreciation given in trial balance is wrong. So what will we do first? Cancel that. How will you cancel the depreciation? By adding it back in assets. After you cancel that trial balance depreciation, then give normal two effects of depreciation as per adjustment. After you cancel the depreciation of trial balance, you give normal two effects of depreciation as per adjustment. Did you understand this portion, everyone? So put tick on machinery as well as depreciation on machinery. 5 questions are there in textbook where this point is there. After this, one more will come in the class, and at that time I will not ask you to raise your hand. I will ask any one of you. And if you don't answer all the 5, you will write 100 times. So understand this point properly. And today in homework also one different question of similar kind will go. Okay? Put tick on machine as well as depreciation on machine. First of all, in non-current assets, fixed assets, machinery 36,500 plus depreciation as per trial balance 3,500, total 40,000. Okay, first what we will do is we will cancel the depreciation given in trial balance. How will you cancel the depreciation given in trial balance? Added in assets. Now from 40,000 give normal two effects of depreciation as per adjustment. So depreciation as per adjustment. What is 40,000's 10%? 4,000. Outer column 36,000. Okay. And second effect of depreciation and other expenses and losses. Depreciation on machinery 4,000. So there is a shortcut and easier method. No need to think how much additional is to be provided. It may be provided more and we have to decrease it also. Anything is possible. So you always do it in this way. Okay. First of all, you cancel the depreciation which is given in trial balance by adding it back in assets, and then give normal two effects of depreciation as per adjustment. So 40,000's 10%, 4,000 minus from machinery and other expenses and losses. Any confusion with this? Write down as an important note somewhere, wherever you are writing all the notes, or if there is any summary in the beginning space, etc. Depreciation is given in trial balance as well as adjustment. If depreciation is given in trial balance as well as adjustment, then below that step 1, cancel depreciation bracket TB by adding it in assets. Any confusion with this? See here, depreciation trial balance, by adding it in assets, cancel the effect. Step 2, give effects of depreciation in bracket A, that is adjustment. So two effects of depreciation as per adjustment: 40,000, 10%, 4,000 minus from assets and other expenses and losses. Raise your hand who is not clear with the depreciation on machinery part. See adjustment 6, which other depreciation is there? 5% on furniture. Now this is normal only. In trial balance, do you have any depreciation on furniture given? Yes or no? No, only furniture is given. So put tick on that furniture. Do you find furniture 12,000? So normal two effects, write on furniture 12,000 minus depreciation 12,000, 5% 600, outer column 11,400, and second effect in other expenses and losses, depreciation on furniture 600. Got it everyone? Now adjustment 4 is remaining. Provide 5% bad debt reserve on debtors. So Baiju, first tell me how do we show on asset side?
In asset side, debtors, we have to minus BDR.
What is the amount of debtors? You did Uday?
90,000.
Yes. Customers and suppliers, third item, do you find? Underline customers and write debtors in bracket. Underline suppliers and write creditors in bracket. Do you all get that or not? So customers or debtors will always have which balance? Debit balance. Their debit balance 90,000 is of debtors. Okay? Put tick on that, write on debtors 90,000. Yes, Baiju, further.
Then we have to minus the bad debt reserves.
Yes, normally we minus bad debt adjustment, it is not given. So directly we minus bad debt reserve as per adjustment. What amount?
4,500.
5% is given BDR, so 90,000, 5%, 4,500. Outer column 85,500. Second effect, in other expenses and losses, table of bad debts reserve. What is the table?
First, bad debt trial balance.
First, bad debts trial balance. What amount?
Trial balance is 400.
All of you can see bad debts in trial balance 400. Put tick on that. PDTB 400. Further,
Then bad debt adjustment,
what amount?
which is not given.
Bad debt adjustment is not given.
Then BDR adjustment,
BDR adjustment.
which is 4,500.
Yes, BDR adjustment. Don't see in adjustment, see in balance sheet. What is the bad debt reserve as per adjustment? 4,500. So 4,900 further.
And minus BDR trial balance,
Minus BDR as per trial balance. What amount?
1,300.
C in trial balance. Do you find bad debt reserve of 1,300? Put tick on that. Very good. Sit down. So 3,600 in outer column. All up here with this? I repeat it. Bad debts given in trial balance is 400 plus bad debt adjustment is not there. Plus BDR adjustment is 4,500 and minus BDR trial balance is 1,300. So outer column 3,600. Got it everyone? So which is the most important point in this chapter in this question so far? Depreciation on machinery. Now one more important point. Hidden adjustments we take up first. Look at the last second item, leasehold building. Do you all get that? From 110, 14 for 5 years, 14,000. Raise your hand. What is the hidden adjustment here? Not important. Leasehold building from 110, 14 for 5 years and amount is 14,000. Right.
So, 14,000
1400. How do you get 1400?
14,000 divided by 5
Into 6 divided by 12. So 1400 minus from leasehold building and
others.
other expenses and losses.
It's from 110 to
So October to March, 6 months. That is what you want to say, no?
No, sir.
Then
It is stock content 14, so content 14, content 5. Yes, I've already passed.
So
We'll do after that.
what will you do after that?
2 years I've already passed.
Hmm.
We will minus first 2 age placement. 6 you are doing.
Means 14,000. What will you do? Divide by
14,000 is amount for 1 year. So like 2 years I've already passed. And another half year will have to count. So like 1,400 into 2 and then plus 700.
700. Final. What is the return of amount? Tell me finally.
3,500.
3,500. How do you get that?
1,400.
1,400 is
1,400 into plus 7. Like I did 1 year is 1,400. So 2 years I've already passed. So into 2 and another 6 months we have to count.
no, that's not right. Anyone else? Raise your hand. Darshan?
14,000 divided by 5
2,800.
into 6 divided by 12.
1,400. Okay, so anyone else? Simran?
Means first 14,000 divided by 5.
2,800.
2,800. Then into 6 by 12.
1,400.
1,400 into 3. Because
4,200. No. Anyone else? Atifa?
14,000 divided by 5 into 3 by 12.
Into 3 by 12. Why 3 by 12?
3 years and
3 by 12 when you do when there is 3 months. Anyone else? Okay, now tell me one thing. Whenever leasehold assets come, what do I ask you? Our year ends on 31/3/17. So you have to count how many number of years from the from 1
1040.
10. I always have been asking in every question. Our year ends on 31/3/17. So when does this year begin? 1/4/16. We always have to count the number of years remaining from 1/4/16 because this year is what we are counting the depreciation for. So this year is to be included. Now, when did we take this asset on lease? 1/10/14 means in past. So basically 1/10/14, and we have to count from how many number of years are remaining from? We have to count how many number of years are remaining from 1/4/16. So can I say that 1/10/14 to 1/4/16, 1.5 years are already over? 1/10/14 to 31/3/15, 6 months. 1/10/14 to 31/3/15, 6 months. And then 15 to 16, 1 more year. So how many years are already over? 1.5 years are already over. Out of 5 years. So how many years are remaining? From 1/4/16, how many years are remaining? 3.5 years. Means including the current year, we can use this building for how many more years now? 3.5 years, because we took it for 5 years on 1/10/14. We have already used it for 1.5 years. We still have to use it for 3.5 years, including the current year. Means this 14,000's benefit now we will get for only 3.5 years. So how much will be written off every year? 14,000 divided by 3.5, 4,000. Okay. Always keep it in mind. You have to divide by which number of years? Which are left out or remaining from beginning of current year. Okay, once again, you always have to divide by which number of years? Which are remaining or left out from the beginning of current year. Means how many more years we still have to use it? 3.5 years. All other questions the date has been 1 for 16 only. So if it is given 1 for 16 to 5 years, I have been telling you all the 5 years are remaining. But here the date is not 1 for 16, it is 1, 10, 14. Means we took the asset in past. We have already used it for 1.5 years and now we still have to use it for 3.5 years. So it will be written off as 14,000 divided by 3.5. Did everyone of you understand this portion? Yes.
So why do we do 3.5? Because 3 years consist of 12 months and 0.5 means there should be 6 months.
You have taken on 1, 10, 14 for 5 years. So lease will expire on 1, 10, 14 to 5 years means lease will expire on 30th September 2019. So in that year you will use it only for 6 months. From 16 onwards you will use it for 16 to 17 1 year, 17 to 18 2 year, 18 to 19 3 years. And then 19 April to September you will use it only for 6 months. So 3.5 years more to use it.
So we can just write it 3.5. We don't need to calculate all of it in months.
No, 3.5 because it's perfectly 0.5. 6 months is perfectly 0.5. If it is 5 months or 7 months, then you have to do it. This is perfectly half year, so we can do 3.5. Yes, any other doubts in this? All are clear with it? Let us first finish this, then I will discuss it again. If it was given 1, 10, 16, then what we would have done. But let us first do this, otherwise you get mixed up with the two concepts. But is this point clear to you? Okay, main thing is this is taken in past. Okay, show this as working note 1. 3.5 years out here remaining after the balance sheet. Okay. Now effects are quite simple here. One effect will come in other expenses and losses. 2, leasehold building written off in bracket 14,000 divided by 3.5, so 4,000. Okay, first effect is clear. Other effects are exactly same like depreciation. One effect in other expenses and losses, and second effect minus from leasehold building. Put tick on leasehold building. In fixed assets, leasehold building 14,000 minus written off 4,000. So outer column 10,000. Okay, what are the two effects we have to give? One effect in other expenses and losses written off 4,000. Second effect minus from leasehold building written off of 4,000. Important is the calculation. Now suppose it was given 1, 10, 16 instead of 1, 10, 14. Now 1, 10, 16 means when did we take the asset on lease? Past or current year? Current year begins on 1, 4, 16. 1, 10, 16 means we have taken it in the current year itself, in the middle of current year. So are all the 5 years remaining? We have taken it on asset on 1, 10, 16 in the current year itself. So including the current year, are all the 5 years remaining or not? Here you would have done 14,000 divided by 5, 2,800 only. But then in the current year, are we using it for full year? When did we take it on lease? 1, 10, 16 means we are using it from October to March only 6 months. So you would have done into 6 by 12, which majority of you answer in the way. You would have done 14,000 divided by 5 because all the 5 years are remaining. But by doing 14,000 divided by 5, you get yearly amount. And the current year we are using it for only 6 months. So further we would have done into 6 divided by 12. But when would we have done that? Divide by 5 into 6 by 12 if the date was 1/10/16. Means you take it in the lease in the current year itself. So keep it in mind, both the things are possible in the question. Okay? Now, below that, do you find 8% Leela's loan? Who is Leela? No, Neela and Sheila are the partner. Leela may be their sister, but not a partner. Okay, outside person does not make any difference. Effects will remain exactly the same. Just don't count 6%. Moreover, 8% is already given. Okay, that 6% is only for partner. Yes, Udit.
Balance sheet, non-credit liability, non-current liability, 8% is amount 30,000.
Yes.
And
No discussions.
yeah. Profit and loss account, other expenses and losses, amount 4,000.
How do you get 4,000?
10,000. 1,000.
How do you get 1,000?
30,000 into 5 divided by 12 into 8%.
And second effect?
Balance sheet, non-current liability.
No, current liabilities. Not non-current liabilities, will show it in current liabilities, outstanding interest. Okay, and there also not other expenses and losses will show in financial expenses. So now, that's correct. First of all, where will we record the loan? Non-current liability. Write down in non-current liabilities. Sohail and Uday silence now. In non-current liabilities, 8% Leela's loan, 30,000. Okay, now financial expenses. Did you all put tick on Leela's loan? Now, first of all, tell me, is any interest on loan already given in trial balance? No, means full amount is outstanding. What is the date given in bracket of loan? 1/11/16. 1/11 means November. So November, December, January, February, March. How many months interest you count? 5 months. Count it 30,000 into 8% into 5 divided by 12. 1,000. One effect in financial expenses, 2 interest on Leela's loan. In bracket you can show 30,000 into 5% into 8% into 5 by 12, that is 1,000. And second effect will show in current liabilities, outstanding interest on loan. $1,000. Did everyone understand this? Anyone having any doubt in this? So once again, what are the two effects of outstanding interest on loan? One effect in financial expenses and second effect in current liabilities. Okay, all written adjustments are done. Any other written adjustments? So now unticked items are to be recorded. Let us do it from the beginning. Neela's capital and drawings recorded. Sheila's capital and drawings recorded. Suppliers and customers, only customers are recorded. Riya, suppliers,
Supplies, current tax,
amount.
amount is 60,000.
Yes, suppliers means creditors. So credit amount is of suppliers 60,000 in current liabilities. Then Mohit, goods return. What amount? 2,000. And what about 3,000?
3,000 is minus from purchase.
And 2,000?
Sales.
Minus from sales or sales?
Sir, 3,000 minus from purchase and 2,000 minus from sales of 2,000.
Correct. Opposite always. Purchase is always debit balance, so purchase return will be credit balance. So credit amount 3,000 is purchase returns. Okay, that we will minus from purchases. Purchase returns 3000. Stop talking. Same way, sales is always credit balance, so sales return will be debit balance, opposite. Debit amount 2000 is sales return minus from sales. Did you all understand this? Purchase returns is credit amount 3000 minus from purchases. Sales return is debit amount 2000 minus from sales. Anyone having any doubts for this? Next. Nandini, bills.
Bills payable 2800 and bills receivable 1500.
Where will you record?
Okay. Liabilities, bills payable and assets side bills receivable.
Yes, bills receivable is always debit balance 15,000 current assets, and bills payable is always credit balance here 20,800 current liabilities. Are you all clear with it? Then we have done this earlier also. Parthiv, cash and bank.
Asset side, current asset cash variation and liabilities take place.
Correct. Correct. Cash and bank, whenever it is given together, debit is always cash balance 1000 here it is, that will come in current assets, and credit is always bank overdraft. Here 14,000 is bank overdraft credit balance, that will come in current liabilities. Okay, keep it in mind, debit is always cash balance and credit is always bank overdraft. Okay, if they are given together. Bad debt and bad debt reserve already recorded. Tanushki, purchases and sales.
So trading account debit side purchases with 1 lakh.
Trading account, debit side purchases 1,40,000.
And credit side 2,60,500 sales.
The sales is credit balance 2,60,500. Trading account on the credit side. Is everyone clear with this? Then wages and outstanding wages. Vrud. Wages and outstanding wages.
Purchase expense and outstanding wages and liabilities.
Correct. Wages is debit balance 35,000. Purchase expenses 2 wages 35,000. And outstanding wages credit balance 2,000. Current liabilities. Who is talking? Next. Machinery recorded, depreciation on machinery recorded, furniture recorded, Stuti opening stock,
Trading account debit.
trading account debit side 46,100. Then GML prepaid salary, prepaid insurance.
Assets side.
Current assets, prepaid insurance 200. Then salary already recorded, insurance premium, Samtani,
Administrative.
administrative expense 2,000. Then rent and taxes already recorded, so in advertisement expense, selling expense 2,900. Then goodwill, but Fixed assets 72,000 goodwill. Then leasehold building and loan already recorded. What is the total of trial balance? 541,600. Same on both the sides. Means there is no suspense account. Now outer column sales will be 2,58,500. Purchases will be 1,37,000. Total will be 3,68,500. Minus 130,70, 2,18,100. So 1,50,400. To gross profit carried down. P&L credit side by gross profit brought down. 1,50,400. No other item on credit side, so total is 150,400. Is it 96050? To net profit carried down. Opposite side in P&L account by net profit brought down. $96050 plus 1,500, so 97,550. Minus 9,000, so 88,550. 88,550 to net divisible profits. Now what is the profit sharing ratio? 2:1, that capital proportion as it was given in the beginning. So Neela will get 88,550 into 2 by 3. 59033, and Sheila will get 29 1 by 3, so 29517. Is everyone clear with that? Opposite side in partners capital account 31,317 by net divisible profits. Neela 59033 and Sheila 29517. Now 1,65,033 and 82,517. One 65033 minus 20,900, so 144. 133? 144 or 145? 144,133 and 14,600 if you subtract, then 67,917. 31,317, 2 balance carried down. Liabilities side capitals. Neela 144,133 Sheila 67917. Two lakh 12,100, 42,100, 43,100, 3 lakh 3,100, 23, 39, 40,000, 41,000, 100. Is it same on both the sides? 341,100. All of you able to get that? So everyone is clear with this question? Now here, first of all, you will repeat this question in the homework 16 and also illustration 1. Illustration 1, I am not discussing it, but depreciation part is similar. So you must be able to do on your own. Depreciation on machine is similar one, so that you must be able to do it on your own. Okay? Take out statistics that 4 years moving average we need to practice and finish. Look at it.